Unveiling the Diabolical Roots, the Dark Side of Karl Marx Explored. In a thought-provoking discussion that delves deep into the life and work of Karl Marx, Dr. Paul Kengor, in his interview, exposes a chilling side of Marx that many are unaware of. The conversation, centered around Kengor's book The Devil and Karl Marx, uncovers the dark, Mephistophelian influences that shaped Marx's ideology, shedding new light on the origins of his revolutionary ideas. Marx, beyond the economist, the poet with a dark muse. Karl Marx is often remembered as the father of communism, the man whose economic theories sparked revolutions and changed the course of history. But Kengor's exploration goes beyond Marx the economist and delves into Marx the poet and playwright, a side of him that reveals far more about his true motivations. Marx's early writings, particularly his poetry and drama, are not just artistic expressions but dark, disturbing works filled with imagery of the devil, destruction, and chaos. Marx's fascination with Mephistophelian themes is not just a youthful phase, but a persistent thread that runs through his life's work. His poem, The Player, where he envisions himself as a mad violinist summoning the powers of darkness, is just one example of how deeply these themes were ingrained in his psyche. This is not the Marx of dry economic theory. This is a man who, as Kengor argues, was profoundly influenced by a destructive satanic ethos. The specter haunting Europe, communism's diabolical roots. The conversation takes a chilling turn as it examines the opening words of the Communist Manifesto. A specter is haunting Europe, the specter of communism. This phrase is not just a metaphor but a literal invocation of a demonic presence, according to Kengor. He argues that Marx's work cannot be fully understood without acknowledging the spiritual and diabolical elements at play. The manifesto itself, with its call for the forcible overthrow of all existing conditions, reads more like a diabolical creed than a political document. Kengor connects Marx's personal life and his ideological work, suggesting that Marx's disordered, chaotic personal life is reflected in the revolutionary chaos he sought to unleash on the world. The discussion highlights how Marx's ideas were not just about economic redistribution, but about the complete destruction of existing social, moral, and religious structures, an idea that aligns disturbingly well with his early poetic fantasies of destruction. The modern legacy Marxism's evolution and cultural impact. The conversation also explores how Marxist ideas have evolved and infiltrated modern culture. While traditional economic Marxism may have faded, the underlying philosophy of victimhood and the oppressor-oppressed dynamic has found new life in cultural Marxism. This modern variant has expanded the victim-oppressor narrative beyond economics to include race, gender, and other social categories, continuing the destructive legacy of Marx's original ideas. The discussion warns that this evolution of Marxism is more insidious than ever, as it now disguises itself under the guise of social justice and equality, while still carrying the same destructive potential as its predecessor. The focus on power dynamics and the elevation of victimhood as a moral high ground are seen as direct descendants of Marx's original doctrine, now applied to the cultural and social arenas rather than just the economic. Kengor's analysis is a powerful reminder that ideas have consequences, and the dark, destructive ideas at the heart of Marxism have left a legacy of chaos and suffering that continues to affect the world today. By uncovering the diabolical influences behind Marx's work, Kengor challenges us to reconsider the true nature of Marxism and its modern incarnations. The interview serves as a call to action, urging us to recognize the dangers of ideologies that, while promising utopia, are rooted in a philosophy of destruction and chaos. As the conversation concludes, it's clear that understanding Marx and his legacy requires us to look beyond the surface of his economic theories and confront the darker, more disturbing motivations that drove him. As always, if you thought this video contained info that wasn't a complete waste of time, go ahead and click on that subscribe icon. You can like it too, even if you didn't. Otherwise, miss out on current events and topics that matter. Catch you on the next one.